Welcome back, brother. This content is for those genuinely interested in men's rights. It covers complex, controversial topics that may not suit a general audience. If you're not part of the men's rights community, this video isn't for you, so feel free to tune out now. I'm Conrad Riker, a writer and advocate for fairness, dignity, and respect for men. This movement isn't about division, but addressing systemic injustices in divorce, family law, and societal expectations. Inspired by hardworking men unfairly stripped of their rights, I write for balance and justice. Together, we can change the narrative. Please like and subscribe if you appreciate this video, as it will help get the word out to those who need it. Thank you. Please relax and enjoy. This is an excerpt from Scotland, a raw and unfiltered history. Scotland, a raw and unfiltered history is an ebook available in all good stores. As a fellow seeker of raw and unfiltered truth, I invite you to embark on a journey through the pages of this book, Scotland, a raw and unfiltered history. My name is Conrad Riker, and this book is the culmination of years of research, investigation, and personal experiences with the subject matter. As someone who has always been passionate about the history of the Scottish nation, I found myself yearning for a history book that presents the uncensored and unapologetic truth. For too long, I felt that the history I was reading was watered down, filled with fluff, and was not giving me the real story I desired. This book is for those who are tired of sugar-coated narratives and are ready to dive into the real, unfiltered history of Scotland. If you yearn for knowledge and understanding of the nation's rich and complex history, then this book is for you. If you are a seeker of truth and are willing to challenge conventional narratives, then this book is for you. If you have a thirst for learning about the real stories behind the formation of the Scottish nation, from the Picts and Gaels to the establishment of the Kingdom of Alba, then this book is for you. Scotland, a raw and unfiltered history, presents a history that is devoid of any censorship or fluff. It is a history that addresses your pain points by delivering a narrative that is uncensored, unapologetic, reasonable, logical, balanced, masculine, and scientific. Through this book, you will gain insights about the real impact of the Viking invasions on Scotland, including the formation of the Norse Gaelic Nordra Hunstone Viking kingdom. You will explore the political and military struggles between Scotland and England, with a focus on William Wallace and Robert the Bruce. You will understand the Scottish Reformation and its establishment of the Presbyterian Church in Scotland. You will discover the Covenanters, a religious and political group that played a significant role in the Scottish Civil War. You will examine the Jacobite Rebellions, a series of uprisings aimed at restoring the Stuart monarchy to the British throne. You will analyze the clearances and their impact on the transformation of the Scottish rural economy during the 18th and 19th centuries. However, if you are not in search of the truth and are not willing to challenge conventional narratives, then this book is not for you. If you are not passionate about the history of Scotland and do not yearn for a deeper understanding of the nation's past, then I suggest you put down this book and take up some other hobby, or do something else with your time that you'd enjoy. This book is not for the faint-hearted or those who are satisfied with surface-level knowledge. It is for those who are ready to embark on a journey of discovery, to uncover the raw and unfiltered truth about Scotland. In conclusion, Scotland, a raw and unfiltered history, is a must-read for anyone seeking a comprehensive and truthful account of the Scottish nation's history. It is a book that will provide you with the knowledge and understanding you seek about Scotland's rich and complex history. So, if you are ready to dive into the real stories behind the formation of the Scottish nation, then buy this book today. You will not be disappointed. With the introduction completed, we are jumping to an extract from the book. It's often said that war is the great equalizer, but the effects of World War I on Scotland were anything but uniform. When the call to arms was issued, the nation's youth eagerly signed up, leaving behind families and sweethearts. It's interesting to note that by the end of the war, around 600,000 Scots had enlisted, roughly 50% of the entire male population between the ages of 15 and 34. This left a remarkable void in the workforce, an empty space that needed to be filled in unorthodox ways. Enter the women of Scotland, who stepped up to the plate in a big way. Women who were traditionally homemakers and nurturers now had to shoulder the burden of providing for their families, and they did so with resilience and determination. They took jobs in munitions factories, churning out armaments for their sons, husbands, and brothers on the front lines. These women worked long hours in dangerous conditions, handling volatile materials that were potentially lethal. But they did it all without complaint, committing to the war effort and proving that they were every bit as strong and resilient as their male counterparts. This shift in roles had a profound effect on families. The absence of the men led to a change in the family dynamic and forced women to adapt. Children grew up without fathers, and wives became independent and self-reliant in ways they had never been before. It was a time of great change and upheaval, and it left an indelible mark on the Scottish psyche. The emotional toll was heavy as well. With every letter from the front, families held their breath, hoping their loved ones were safe. Every telegram was a potential heartbreak, and every knock on the door a possible harbinger of doom. This constant state of worry took its toll on the civilian population, leading to an increase in anxiety disorders and other mental health issues. And then there was the concept of shell shock, a term coined to describe the psychological effects of prolonged exposure to the horrors of war. The soldiers who lived through the constant bombardment of artillery and the relentless slaughter of their comrades came home changed, scarred by their experiences. Many had trouble reintegrating into society and suffered from what we now know as PTSD. This was a side of war that was largely ignored in the aftermath, but it was a reality that couldn't be escaped. In the end, World War I had a big impact on Scotland in many ways. Ordinary people had to adjust to so many young men not being around. Women had to do jobs usually done by men, and families had to deal with anxiety and worry all the time. The emotional cost was high, and the mental effects of war were experienced by both soldiers and non-combatants. However, throughout it all, the Scottish people showed strength and resolve, proving that they could handle tough situations. The Scots demonstrated their tenacity and resilience in the face of hardship. They proved their ability to adjust, survive, and persist. This is a testament to human fortitude. However, it's also a sobering reminder of war's high cost, frequently overlooked in historical records. As we look ahead, we should keep the lessons of the past in mind and aim for a progressively better future. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your interest in Scotland, a raw and unfiltered history available in all good bookstores. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and God bless.